Hello everybody and welcome to Toyah at Home. I hope your week has been reasonably okay for you. Here we're rather excited because Robert has his vaccination soon. He's 74. I've not had my invitation yet and I am slightly envious. We live on a high street in a beautiful Worcestershire town and I've been looking out over the weekend seeing grandparents walking their grandchildren with what looks like great confidence in their eyes, and I know that these people have had their vaccines, which is a very interesting shift in confidence to see. Today I'm broadcasting from underground. We live in an abbey town and our underground system links the river to the old abbey for the monks during the Reformation. So we still have our underground system, used to run all the way under the street. Some people have obviously just filled it in for privacy, but we love our corridors. This is where we shot Robert and Toyah's Sunday Lunch, Black Sabbath's Paranoia. We also shot Halloween, where that was my homage to the horror movie The Ring. We are now entering a bank vault because this building is an old bank. And we just love this door. It is so heavy, it takes two of us to move. It is an enormous Milner's Safe & Co. Limited, London and Liverpool. I mean, that's probably at least 100 years old, and we will keep it. It works fully, and no doubt one day we might use it. So we're going into our creative hub now. This is the projects room. This is where we can, that's Robert and me, we can keep books on each screen that are being worked on. We can keep films on each screen that are being worked on. And basically what happened in lockdown is that I had to learn very, very quickly to not only be a broadcaster, an independent broadcaster, but also slightly an independent engineer. So this is the hub. I'm still learning all the time, and in this space we will have a professional green screen studio as well as radio connection to around the world, so that when Robert and I slow down eventually, we can still be broadcasters, which is very exciting. It's something we could only have developed in the forced lockdown of the last 12 months. Now, our first question, and I love this question, it's a really respectful one. Liam Riggs, you say, what song would you consider to be your masterwork? Well, Liam, you know me, I cannot just pick one song. When I do a song and I listen to the response coming from my live audience, I would say Dance in the Hurricane is a masterwork because it affects the whole room. Everyone connects to that song because that song sees them and hears their grief about the loss of their parents, but also celebrates the experience of their parents. Then I'd have to say Sensational, which last week was number 10 in the Heritage charts. It's a song that was written in 2007 about total inclusion of the human race, that we are all utterly remarkable. We have survived through the Big Bang. We've arrived on this planet. We are all miraculous. That is what Sensational is about. And it doesn't matter what shape, size, who and what you are, we are all one vast consciousness. So another one I would choose is Sea of Sighs, because I just think it's an absolutely brilliant song, which is off the album Sugar Rush, which is myself, Bill Rieflin and Chris Wong. There's also Small Town Psychopath. These are songs that I feel represent me as a writer at my best. And the next song, which I'm going to highlight for you, Liam, is a song that we're going to play you first on Toyah at Home. This is a song called Titanium Girl, again off Sugar Rush. It was written 2 or 3 months after I had major work on my right hip. I mean, just technically, it was a hip replacement, but it was a bit more than that because my legs were made the same length for the first time in my life. and I had a full prosthetic implant put in that was designed for marathon runners. Now, this is going to sound ridiculous because anyone who's had a hip replacement, they probably never want to run again in their lives. But this was designed by a very brilliant man called Mr. Villiers, who works on sports people. But I had to learn to walk again. And when Bill Reeflin arrived in the UK to start recording Sugar Rush, he had to teach me to walk. He walked with me every day above ground here, teaching me to walk again. It was a completely new experience for me because of my leg length. And I wrote Titanium Girl with him and Wong in celebration of my titanium. So this is a nod and a wink for everyone who's had hip replacement. It's Toyah and the Humans at Trading Boundaries, and it's Titanium Girls. Enjoy. This song is called Titanium Girl. So pretty, so damn pretty, it's a crying shame, such a big shame. Sugar and spice, maybe in your eyes. Take one bite, taste this spice. Feel so pretty, damn pretty, feel so pretty. Who's to blame? Blame that blame. Touch this skin, holds me in, metal and shrimp, sugar and spice. This one's a live one and she ain't nice. This body's a romance from here to Mars. Tired tracks and faded stars. I've traveled far with these battle marks. Dim the lights if you don't like scars. I'm a titanium girl. So rough, so sick, so rough. Thing called love, not above. Thing called love. Give up now, before I'm heaven. Give up now. Love like blood, love like a nail beneath your skin. Flesh and blood, mind like suds, bleeding petticoats, soap and grudge. You better be mindful, let's see you wrong. This body's a temple, my bones, my gone. I'm a titanium girl. So pretty, damn pretty, feel so pretty. Dim the lights, kiss my stars, dim the lights. Deep down tub, I like it rough. Deep down tub, sugar and spice. This one's a live one, she ain't nice. Flesh and blood, sugar and spice, born in the middle of a bullion heights. It's a sensual world, I'm a construct girl. Metal on bone, let's all go home. That was Toyah and the Humans at the brilliant Trading Boundaries with Titanium Girl in celebration of me becoming part flesh, part titanium. And in lockdown, I took up running, which is something I never thought I would do, and I can manage 3K, which is extraordinary. I have never run in my life. So I want to fill everyone out there who is about to go through hip replacement or thinks they'll need one in the future. It is possible to have a better life afterwards, and in fact you should have a better life afterwards. I want to answer a question by John Thomas, because this is a subject matter that really, really fascinates me, and it's the effect of colour on all our lives. John, you say, I don't like the colour purple. John, it is a really difficult colour. It takes a certain knowledge of the spectrum, I think, to deal with it. And John, you say, how would you recommend that I decorate with the colour purple to make it more bearable? Okay, purple is part of violet. Purple has more blue in than violet, and violet is a complementary colour to yellow. So when you mix blue and red, you get purple. And I just want to show you, I have very little purple in my wardrobe. So when you look at purple, it's a very dominating colour. For me, it doesn't make my tummy feel happy. Colours can affect how my stomach feels. So have a look at purple when you add cerise. So I've added a bright cerise, and you have something there which I think is what could be a bedroom mix. Then if you add the colour that creates purple, a kind of royal blue, that works as well. So now let's look at all three of those together. Those are complementary colours. If that was a living room, you could make that work. But in the mid-90s, when home decorating shows were huge and interiors took off on TV, one of the main themes in colour was lime green. And this is lime green tissue paper, because I don't have lime green in my wardrobe. Look at lime green against purple. It has a phenomenal effect. And this was super, super popular in the mid-90s. Then add orange. And there you have something, John, that I think makes purple palatable to live with. That is bright, bright primary orange, lime green and purple. But don't forget, if you want to calm it down, add cerise. There is a way to live with purple. I personally wouldn't want to. And at the beginning of the noughties, there was a fashion in paints, bedroom paints, which was purple. And boy, it made rooms horrible. So I'm behind you, John, on that one. Darcy Walker, you ask, I know that you've known Adamant for a very long time, since Jubilee. Well, Adam was in the film Jubilee with me. I played Mad. I think Adam was just called Boy in Jubilee. He was very, very beautiful. And together we wrote a song called 9 to 5, which Adam arranged and produced, and he put a girl band together called the Maneaters. And that was a fabulous experience. So Darcy, you ask, I wonder why you never did a collaboration with Adam and would you do one? I think it's simply down to the marketing strategies of the past 40 years. The Safari catalogue has not really been available other than for hits compilations. And when that happens in an artist's career, it means the artist cannot release the full potential of their past work. It kind of put me in stalemate until Cherry Red got the catalogue. And now the albums are being released in their full extended glory, which makes the history, it's like having a documentary of your life. The whole history is there, and that links out with everyone you've ever worked with. Well, without that being available to the world commercially, there was little I could do than what I have done in the last 40 years, which is play live continuously, write new music, which I have adored. I believe in everything I've written, right from Prostitute to Ophelia's Shadow to Posh Pop today. But if your back catalogue isn't available, then why would any other artist want to work with you? You can't be marketed. That back catalogue is your pedigree. And now my pedigree is available. And my credibility and my career has just turned on a pin, thanks to Cherry Red having the catalogue, loving it and putting it out there as serious, influential pieces of music in their time. but also suddenly artists are coming forward and citing me as inspiration. Shirley Manson, my God, that turned my life around 6 months ago in one quote on her website. Now Radio 6, BBC Radio 6 is playing me, and other artists are asking and requesting for me to be played, and they're saying I influenced them. And then The Guardian last week, yet again, changed my life because I needed to be seen. And this, I just quickly want to say, is what Robert and I have learned in lockdown, is you need to be seen as well as us. And the reason we do Agony Aunts and we do Sunday Lunch and I'm doing this is because you need to be seen. It's the biggest lesson I have learned about the human race, is we all need to be seen, heard and acknowledged. So I have not had that for 40 years. And suddenly the blessing of it has arrived. And we've got Posh Pop coming up. So I am able to put myself out there, and hopefully other artists will see that they can connect with me, and what they do with me will be seen, because record labels can do something with it. It's as simple as that. So what we're talking about here is marketing strategies. And this is really important for all new up-and-coming potential artists, is that you must have marketing strategies. So now Cherry Red have the catalogue. They are up and running with their brilliant marketing team, and they can get Toyah, the original, out there, which makes everything else possible. It means that I will move up the bill at festivals. It means that potentially radio stations want to talk to me. It has been a complete turnaround in visibility for me, with the music that made me famous in the first place, which Joel Bogan and I have not had access to for over 40 years. So it's all very good news. Posh Pop is so utterly brilliant. I want it to stand alone as an album that was created in lockdown and is a celebration of coming out of lockdown, where Toyah has matured, where Simon Darlow has done his best production and his best co-writing with me, with Jeremy Stacey on drums, which is just mind-blowing, and of course the legendary Robert Fripp. So I'm being very, very cautious about jumping into collaborations and all of that until Posh Pop has been birthed into the commercial world. So thank you very, very much for that question, DRC. Oh, Rev D, you asked, how did I get involved with Planet Earth? Oh, it's very, very easy. I contacted the director and I said, I want to be in it. There are many, many levels of filmmaking, Rev, and it's very important for new up-and-coming artists and students to know this. You've got the big Hollywood blockbusters. They will only use the top agents, the top casting directors, and the names that are well above a certain level of fame and popularity. But then you've got the brilliant, brilliant underground film directors who can make movies for as little as 20k. With Steve Oram, with me, Julian Reintert, Noel Fielding was made for 20k. Brilliant film. Planet Earth, Invasion Planet Earth was made for 60k. Give Them Wings, 60k. So these are brilliant movies made by passionate people who work with people that fall into that affordable category. This is where we all have strengths as performers, because I reach out to those directors and I say, I would like to be in your movie. My name will help your movie and my name will give you publicity. And you get work, and it's as simple as that. Obviously, the role you do has to suit you, but you can contact any small budget movie maker and say, look, I'm willing, I'm able, I will come and make the tea, I will carry costumes, I will help the cameraman, employ me. You might not get paid anything other than your expenses if you are new to the game, but this is how you put a foot through the door. So what I do is I contact directors, I say, I love this script, I love this part, I'm very happy to play it, and then we take it from there, and it's beneficial for everybody. So I ended up doing Invasion Planet Earth, which I think took Simon Cox about 10 years to make. And it's just a beautiful film. He's done it so brilliantly. And he invited me, after I played a cameo role of a doctor in it, if I would sing the ending track, the outro track. And we want to play that for you now. It's a beautiful, beautiful track. And it's called Step Into the New World. And this is the outro track of Invasion Planet Earth. Enjoy. What can you say on a night like this? When everything has fallen down, an ocean of dreams is pushed too far. And now we're all alone. We had it all. Please try and not despair. There is a second chance. Now is your time, you will transcend. So come and step right up and be just who you are. You know you'll get there in the end. Step into the new world, your chance to shine and start again. Step into the new world, follow the dance, so let's begin. Step into the new world. Step into the new world. Walk down that path that feels so right. And suddenly you'll understand that you can be anything you want. Cause we are not alone. We have it all. Please try and not despair. There is a second chance. Now is your time, you will transcend. So come and step right up and be just who you are. You know you'll get there in the end. That was Step Into the New World, Simon Cox's Invasion Planet Earth. Simon Cox wrote that song. It's the first song he ever wrote, and I think he's done a really good job. It's just been really, really lovely to hear that song again. It's fantastic. Elliot, you asked, how did I become the voice of Brum? Brum was out around the 1990s. It was created by Anne Woods, who created Pod with Nigel Kennedy as the presenter. That's the world famous violin player. She created Teletubbies and Into the Night Garden. My relationship with Anne Woods started on Pod when I did, I think, 1 or 2 programs with Nigel Kennedy, who I adore, just such a creative and energetic man. That led to me being the opening and closing voice of Teletubbies for the 90s. I think now Fern Cotton does it. So that my opening lines were, sun is setting in the sky, Teletubbies say goodbye, and over the hills and far away, Teletubbies come out to play. Probably the most famous 2 lines in the whole of my career. And what I remember about Teletubbies coming out, I was also making the holiday programme for BBC. And wherever we went in the world where there were Brits, I would be mobbed as soon as a parent said to their children, that is the voice of Teletubbies. And we started to have security while filming the holiday programme on BBC. I remember once in Mallorca, we were shooting a night sequence of me walking through a restaurant area, and we just couldn't shoot. We were mobbed, and we had to get in security just to keep all the Teletubby fans away. It's just so amazing how fame changes people and how people perceive what is famous to them. Extraordinary. But anyway, that led to Anne Woods asking me, a Birmingham girl, if I would do the voices for Brum. He put a warning sign on it, and that made it into all the national newspapers. Why, with Brum, is there a warning sign on it? It's been lifted. Oh, please. I know we need these things, but not on a children's show. Andrew Davis. It's the 40th anniversary of the EP 4 from Toyah entering the charts on the 14th of February 1981. Andrew, thank you for telling me that, because I didn't know. What was it like for It's a Mystery being played on radio and then on Top of the Pops for the first time? It was just utterly wonderful. Apart from it saying that this is it, I'd arrived, I was a kind of nationally successful artist, I still had to work the continent and then work America. It was hugely exciting because, well, basically no one ever thought I would ever achieve anything. And I have achieved what I've achieved through life, slightly against a tide coming the wrong way, but I've always had to put an incredible amount of effort and dedication and commitment into what I do, because I feel I've always had to slightly prove myself. There's nothing wrong with that, because I think the majority of us have to do that. The majority of us have to work that way. But when It's a Mystery first got radio play, we were on tour doing universities. It was so exciting to be on the tour bus, and suddenly on Radio 1 Peter Powell played It's a Mystery, and then to get the call to do Top of the Pops, I did not sleep that night. I was terrified, and my first appearance on Top of the Pops, ironically, was with Adam Ant at number 1, so he was on as well. It was just breathtakingly wonderful. I loved it. It was a blessing, and my parents took me seriously after that. It was great. It was really good. Before we see this, a very, very special film of It's a Mystery, I want to just answer quickly a question from Don in Oregon. Is there any place on this planet you could perform but have not as yet? Where would it be and why? Well, I've only ever really performed in, obviously, the whole of the UK and Ireland and most of Europe and the east and west coast of America. Not a lot, but I have, certainly not enough. I obviously would like to perform much more in Europe and in America, as much as I do in the UK. But I'd love to perform in places like Iceland, Australia, New Zealand. But promoters have to make that possible. And I think it has become possible now with the super re-emergence of my back catalogue and with Posh Pop coming out. I am open and willing, and the more outdoor it is and the more strange it is. I would love to sing next to lakes or next to mountains or next to volcanoes possibly, or or geysers, hot water geysers. I would love the experience of doing live music in very, very beautiful natural places. That would work for me wholeheartedly. So we've been talking about It's a Mystery, and on February the 14th, that's tomorrow, it will have been out for 40 years. And I mean, that's just incredible. It came out on Valentine's Day in 1981. I find that so exciting. Wow. So this is a very, very special recording of It's a Mystery. It's at the Ulster Hall in Belfast in 1981 with Joel Bogan, Phil Spalding and Adrian Lee and Nigel Glocker as the Toyah Band. We are on the road promoting the Anthem album. Just look at the audience, look at the recording. You will see I am Toyah, I'm performing, but there is a slight reticence of going too near the audience, and we're going to keep the audience shot in at the very end. Just look at it. This audience was so ecstatic because we were in Belfast at a time people were told not to go there. This audience are just hysterical. And this led to my costume being completely torn off me by the end of the concert. You're not going to see that footage, but you are going to see this picture, which is the remnants of my costume, which was very kindly sent in by Sharon Ann Dickinson, who was given it by someone else. Sharon, that costume cost about £1,000 in 1981. I think you can guarantee to the Victoria and Albert Museum it's now worth at least 20k, and it's completely shredded to pieces. So this is a very fun performance of It's a Mystery, of me feeling like the deer in the woods running from the wolves. It's so funny and it's so brilliant. The band are excellent, but this was taken just before the tide turned and a riot started. So everyone, thank you so much for lending me your ears. We love doing this for you. The connection has been one of the greatest things in my life, and we will continue to do it. It will evolve. We are evolving our ideas into something slightly different in the summer, but it's all part of the excitement of the journey. Stay safe, everyone. I'm thinking of you. We will see you tonight for Agony Arts and for tomorrow's Sunday lunch. And this is Toyah, It's a Mystery, Ulster Hall, Belfast, 1981. Enjoy.
This one, and I've got to say thank you, surprised us all. It's called It's a Mystery. Thank you. Somewhere in the distance, hidden from my view, suspended in the atmosphere, waiting to come through. Sometimes it's so far away, sometimes it's very near. A sound being carried by the wind, just loud enough to hear. I feel its power within me, bells ringing in my head. So often I have still searching for a clue to the mystery. The sound in the dark that makes you rest your heart in history.